My dad has never been in a Dharma film. He never went on Coffee with Karan. And so, you know, it isn't as easy.
डिफरेंस यही है कि जहाँ हमारे सपने पूरे होते हैं वहाँ इनका स्ट्रगल शुरू होता है.
With this one moment in a roundtable session, the discourse around outsiders and starcades became even more rampant. Of course, to fuel this entire debate, we have the iconic Coffee with Karan moment where Kangana Ranaut left no stone unturned in pointing out the incestuous and restrictive nature of the industry. The discussion really blew up when Siddhant Chaturvedi with a simple line covered every facet we all know of. The Bollywood debate regarding nepotism is endless. We have been talking about it for years, and it is justifiable to bring it up, especially when one looks at the several opportunities talent is given when they come from a place of privilege versus the huge pressure that exists for those that are unknown in delivering with their initial ventures. I wanted to understand the nature of this problem across industries, as most of the discussion around the lack of opportunity and privilege is restricted to Hindi cinema and popular media. One often brings up the actors who became superstars from the 90s as there always being a window for those who are truly determined to make a niche for themselves and eventually gain so much acclaim that they become national if not global superstars. Actors like Shah Rukh Khan and Akshay Kumar come to everyone's mind, who carved out their own path on their own will and ability and today stand as individuals with monumental net worths. This is the case of making a name for oneself at a time where the likes of Salman Khan, Amir Khan and the Deol brothers were well versed with the industry as they grew up within its confines and learned its ropes on set. What's important to acknowledge is that when Shah Rukh Khan flippantly states that he is the last of the stars, there is still some truth attached to the statement, as the concept of stars has only dissipated post the Thunder's debut of Hrithik Roshan, and more importantly, you're looking at the case of catching lightning in a bottle where these individuals become stars because it generally cannot be replicated again and again. But what is the biggest frustration among fans when it comes to nepotism in the Hindi film industry? I think the argument is twofold. One includes the lack of acknowledgement of one's privilege, where a star kid romanticizes their struggle, especially compared to those who came from nothing. Not only does it reek of the cocoon they grew up in, but also is a clear reference to their delusion that the same can be compared to an actor who wants to make it in the industry with zero connections. The interview of Sonam Kapoor with Rajkumar Rao comes to my mind, especially as Sonam name drops the likes of Sanjay Leela Bansali as her first choice to AD, while Rajkumar Rao, who came from nothing, tries to convince her that having access to such talents is in itself a sign of privilege.
It took me 5 years to get my first film.
But then you got it with Sanjay Leela Bansali.
Because I auditioned my ass off. It's not an easy person to like.
But I'm not saying like maybe your case, but I'm sure I'm just telling you that you had an access to Sanjay Leela Bansali.
This is also true for Jim Saab at a roundtable telling Harshvardhan Kapoor that the levels and stages that they have to convince those handling casting has several stages of testing, versus those who have privilege already have access to the big tables. The second and more important point of frustration from an audience's perspective is the consecutive nature of opportunities one gets when it's clear that there is a severe talent lacking in each frame the actor features in.
Sometimes take it very personally. I'm a cinema lover, I'm a cinema student. So I take it very personally when somebody, not less, like zero talented, is not, I'm not comparing him or her with me for sure. Just for cinema, Indian cinema's sake, when a really shit film or shit actor, actress,
I think shit film
making film. Money.
The worst argument that one can pose regarding the same is that talent eventually speaks and that the audience is the last word. But when actors are constantly shoved in the audience's throat with commercial projects after the other, with the hopes that they will improve in this time, it is reflective of a system that wants to convince everyone that there is a glimmer of hope in their limited ability. If you remember growing up watching the likes of Zaid Khan, Fardeen Khan, Tushar Kapoor and Esha Deol, it took years of mediocre work for them as individuals to take a step back, something that an outsider just doesn't have the privilege of experiencing. There is of course talent that becomes immune to such vitriol or criticism, while still coming from privileged and connected backgrounds. The likes of Hrithik Roshan, Amir Khan, Tabu, Ajay Devgan and the younger generation including Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt get less slack as they deliver with their fictional roles on the big screen, and that's all that matters to an audience member when they are paying a good price to see a story. The likes of Rajkumar Rao, Ayushmann Khurrana, Ranveer Singh, Deepika Padukone, Priyanka Chopra, Kangana Ranaut, Mrunal Thakur and Sania Malhotra recently are creating waves. Some of them have become huge commercial stars, but it hasn't been nearly as smooth sailing versus those that were born in the film industry. This is of course not Hindi cinema specific at all. The Telugu film industry has prominent families that usually have the monopoly of the commercial projects and the leading roles being restricted to their own children. You've got the Mega family, the Akineni family, the Nandamuri family, the Dagupatis, the Gatta Menenis, and most of the sons from these illustrious families are the commercial heroes you see in Telugu cinema today. These represent families whose patriarchs came from no connection and established themselves to become bona fide stars. The privileges that the children are reaping was something that they could never dream of when they started. The consecutive opportunities needed in wanting to prove oneself exists even here, where the likes of Allu Arjun and Ram Charan were initially trolled for their lack of ability but have grown to become dependable commercial actors today. This is a luxury probably an outsider would never have. When you hear the likes of Adavi Sesh talk about the same, you understand the restrictive nature of the Telugu film industry that often is not talked about, and how rare it is for the likes of Ravi Teja, Nani and Vijay Deverakonda to make a name for themselves.
When you come from outside of the business, इतने ऑफर नहीं करते ना लोग, मतलब, और ऊपर से यू नो वहाँ पर एक एक फैमिली में 10-10 हीरो होते हैं. तो क्या हो जाता है कि फॉर अ गुड स्क्रिप्ट टू कम बाय यू आर लाइक चॉइस नंबर 53.
Even though star kids like Akhil Akineni, Kalyam Ram and Alluri Suresh are attempting to make a mark, the lack of ability as actors becomes embarrassingly obvious, because of which the audience is not as welcoming as for others. The Tamil film industry, especially pertaining to its legends, also consists of individuals who built their empire from the ground up. The likes of Rajnikant and Kamal Hassan, without being born into film families, carved out their path and are now synonymous to the Mount Rushmore of Indian cinema. But if you look at the commercial known faces of Tamil cinema today, it boasts of all star children. You've got the likes of Surya and Karthi, Vijay, Jayam Ravi, Dhanush, STR, all connected to the film industry some way or the other, having an upper hand versus those who come from nothing. Refreshingly, Tamil cinema has generated stars also who came from no connections, including the likes of Ajit Kumar, Vijay Sethupathi, Vikram, and Shiva Karthikeyan. I believe the reason why there is less chatter about the case of nepotism in the Tamil film industry is because the lack of ability as actors in projects is not jarringly as obvious compared to Hindi cinema, and this is true for Malayalam cinema as well. The likes of Dulquer Salman, Fahad Fasil, Prithvi Raj, Kunchako Boban, Vineet Srinivasan all are born into film families and feature in most commercial projects today. The legends of Malayalam cinema, both Mammootty and Mohanlal, built their empire with decades of work, and the progeny is reaping the benefits of the same. The likes of Anna Ben and Sobin Shahir are also born into film families, making one realize that the reason why the nepotism debate might not be as rampant or toxic regarding the Malayalam film industry may be just indicative of good work being done on screen. The likes of Tuvino Thomas and Nivin Pauly, despite the restrictive nature of the film industry, still carve out their own path, but it's important to acknowledge that their arc is filled with way more struggle than the others. I mean, you look at the Kannada film industry and how outsiders like Yash and the Shetty trio have carved out their path to become national superstars. It still keeps the dream alive that the unthinkable is possible. I think the large gap between the opportunity and talent is where the frustration really lies, and the lack of acknowledgement publicly of where one comes from. The lack of toxicity that comes with other film industries regarding the topic of nepotism may be because the audience sees genuine magic and effort on screen, but I think this will be an ongoing debate for several years to come, as new layers of it keep on unraveling as the years pass by. And that was a video, guys. Write down in the comments below where you stand regarding the nepotism debate across Indian cinema. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle is right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.